It's 8:15 on a Friday morning. I've just finished photographing the 39 Steps waterfall here in the Hogsback Arboretum. Phenomenal, it's just beautiful. But not the point. The point is this. For a lot of my coaching clients, I do an exercise, or I have them do an exercise where they spend time on their own. Just them on their own, sitting outside, doing nothing. And the idea with it is to get comfortable with yourself, to be comfortable being in your own mind. Now it's a difficult thing because after about half an hour, the shadows come out to play, the dark voices, those things we all have, but you don't really want to admit to it or pay attention to them, but they come to play along. So I've been into photography for a very long time, and I've seen people lose their shit completely in the field. There's a leopard running, it's like, what must I do? What must my shutter speed be? And it looks like the most stressful thing they've ever done in their life. So from a photography and self-care point of view, that's not it. It's 100% not it. If the focus is the photography only and there's nothing else, then I think you're missing the point. What happened for me over the last few days is I came out here with the intent to photograph landscapes. So I've got filters and everything. And what that does is it slows your shutter speeds down dramatically, to the point where one image can take about 20, 30, even up to 60 seconds for one frame, right? Then I do something called a high resolution shot, which does eight images of the same exposure, but it puts them together. So you're looking at about a 2.5 minute, sometimes, exposure. So you're in this ridiculously amazing place. You have exposures that last anything from 15 seconds to 2.5 minutes. And while I was doing this 2 days ago for the first time, I've never really done this deep, this landscape stuff. It makes you slow down, and it makes you, while that shutter is closed, because you focus intently on something, and then when the shutter's busy doing its thing, when the camera's making the image, you get the chance to just be. And that's a great thing. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen. Is the leopard going to move? Whatever the case is, you don't have to do all that frantic chaos that we normally see with wildlife photography. You have a chance to be on your own in a beautiful place, to let your mind do whatever it needs to do. You hear the click, you look back, you focus on the beauty. There's no negativity or horrible stuff. It's beautiful. Cool, I'm going to change this click, and back inside you go. To me, this is something that in the future, and even this place, Hogsback's amazing. Hogsback is amazing. And being in nature, number one, has been proven in studies to do something for your mindset. It makes you slow down. It makes you kind of just exhale, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? But the idea of photographing and having those moments in between, and it's now not 1/1000th shutter speed. This is 20 seconds, 2.5 minutes to yourself. You're not talking to anybody. You're just being aware of your surroundings. You're being aware of your internal surroundings, if that's the thing. But that, to me, has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I had a lot of stuff that I needed to kind of, not work through, but figure out and plan and stuff ahead. This has been amazing. So for 2.5 hours, come out here, photograph the most amazing things, standing in the water, and just allowing your mind to be. I don't think enough of us spend time on our own with nobody else to talk to and just be. So what happened this morning, I was almost finishing up, and this gentleman came along and he asked me if I could take a picture of him with his cell phone at the waterfall. Cool, so we got chatting, and he's a digital nomad, and he's got a place here and there, and he just basically travels for fun, which is great. But I was thinking then, while I then went back to my photography, I actually spent a little bit of time and I savored the moment of meeting him. I'm like, I'm never seeing this guy again, more than likely. But it was amazing. We had a chat, he told me things, he showed me things, and it lasted longer than it usually would. Whereas with wildlife, it's like, hey, how's it going? I see you on Instagram. Okay, cool, bye, and back we go. Even something like that, it made me live in a moment longer than I normally would have. Photography as self-care is a thing. I've done exercises with people as well, where they photograph their emotions or they photograph their surroundings to make them more aware of their surroundings and of their emotions and feelings, because a lot of us are so out of touch, it's frightening. So moving forward, photography for me personally and for my clients, is going to be something that I dig into more. I've got research studies and stuff I've read, and it's ridiculously interesting how making emotions visual for yourself using creativity is a thing. I'm also playing with the idea of doing small trips, like weekend trips, or then longer for the international people, where we just go and do things like this. We focus on using our creativity and photography as a way of self-care. The things that come out, the things you think of, is something I think we don't normally get to, and that to me has been amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna go and get breakfast. Thanks for watching, thanks for reading the newsletter. If you have any questions, you know where to get hold of me. Have a good one. Cheers guys, bye.